Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through a new deck of oracle cards that I've recently purchased, and these cards came out I believe at the start of April this year, 2019, and I was just absolutely drawn to these cards when I saw the actual imagery. So I just thought I'd go through them, being as they're quite a new deck. And I just wanted to talk about, obviously, the person that has produced the cards and also the artist as well involved on this. So I just wanted to show you first, guys. The actual card deck is called the Sacred Spirit Reading Cards, and they're by Anna Stark and they're illustrated by Dyer. Okay, and they're actually published by ROCKPOOL Publishing, and most of their decks come in these magnetic clasp boxes. Okay, and obviously on the back we've got a little bit of detail there that gives some reasoning about that. They're 36 cards of visionary artworks. So obviously I've already taken the cards out, but as you can see inside there's a lovely picture there, which is the actual image they've used on the back of the cards themselves. Okay, I was more interested, obviously Anna Stark is from Australia, and it does mention in the back of the book, which I'll show you in a little while, the background of her and how she started, etc., with her mediumship, an energy worker. But I was more drawn to the actual information and the bio on Dyer, because Dyer is from the UK, where I am from, and his story about his life, because he's only 24 years of age now, I believe, but what I will do is put a link below so you can have a look at his actual YouTube page, and also it refers to his other media platforms, because he does do workshops, etc. He began his artwork when he was only 5 years old, when he first started drawing, etc. And it developed for him going through to, as I say, he's 24 now. But when you read about his bio and what he's gone through, because he has suffered with addictions, he has suffered with depression, and he was a media for, watercolour and other forms of art, and he's only just recently, followed the digital art scenario, which has obviously led him to work with Anna Stark and ROCKPOOL Publishing to bring out this deck of cards. And there's another deck that Anna Stark brought out as well, which I'll cover shortly. It's mentioned in this book. But yeah, the actual artist, as I said, he's from the UK, from Plymouth in the UK, and I was just, like I say, absolutely blown away when I looked at his YouTube site and also his website for the artwork that he has created. So yeah, I was just absolutely drawn to this deck. So yeah, the book itself is a glossy finish, and as I say, the main focus of the cards themselves covers the actual image that's inside the box. So I'm going to go through the book first, just flick through here. If I start at the back, then obviously it will show you the actual author behind this book, being Anna Stark, and she's from New South Wales in Australia. So that's detailing about her at the back of the book. I'm not going to go through, but obviously it just covers about that she's an energy specialist and she's a medium. So that covers her. But like I say, I was more drawn to the fact of the actual artwork, which has been done by this guy here in the UK called Dyer. He's a digital artist living in the UK, also the illustrator of the Sacred Power Reading Cards, which are the other deck of cards here that was also produced by him. But I was just more or less drawn to the Sacred Spirit because of the it was the illustrations for one, but the actual wording that went with it. Here's refined digital painter with expert speed painting skills, producing beautiful images in a few hours. Like I say, guys, if you, I'll put the link underneath the description box. He's been on YouTube, I think, since 2012, and he's about 43 subscribers off tipping the 1,000 subscriber point, which, you know, if any of my subscribers on here, if I could, you know, ask you to have a look at that and perhaps subscribe to him to get him over the 1,000 tipping point. I've got no affiliate with this guy. I'm just in awe of this man's work, and I just feel he needs the recognition, you know, and I know how hard it is only being on YouTube for the last 3 months, and I've just reached 100 subscribers myself. So for this guy to have been on since 2012 and he's just, you know, barely off the 1,000, then it would be nice if we could get him over that that tipping point, to get over that 1,000 subscriber mark. So yeah, I'm going to start going through the actual book itself. It's quite a detailed little booklet, to be fair. And what I did like about it was having the coloured images of the cards themselves. Obviously, you've got the contents of the 36 cards that are in the deck. You've got the acknowledgements page, the introduction to the actual deck itself. And then there's also some information about how you can use the cards in different spreads, etc., as we go through here. And then we actually get into the actual cards themselves, guys. And as I said, if I start from number 1, it actually gives you a picture of each individual card, and it also gives you like a shadow aspect, which is like a reverse aspect of the actual card as well. It also attaches itself to a crystal, and in this one, card number 1 is the natural citrine, and it'll also give you an angel reference to it. So the guardian angel Lavia, lucid dreaming, is attached to this first card in the deck, and it will also give you a little bit of an affirmation. On an example on this one, it is safe for me to release the fear of the unknown. I can move forward with energy and enthusiasm. So yeah, the actual book itself, some of the actual writings and explanations of the cards from Anna Stark's point of view, being the author, are absolutely brilliant. The collective here between the two of them have produced a lovely oracle deck of cards. So I haven't seen that many people use them, to be fair, on YouTube, and the reviews on them, there isn't that many, because I think, like I said, they've only been out since April, but I was just so drawn by them. Like I say, I think oracle cards to me are a bit like crystals. When you go into a shop and you're looking at all the crystals for sale, your own energy, your own vibe attracts you to a crystal. And I do think it's the same with tarot cards. You know, I look at decks on YouTube and, you know, some will call to me, others won't. But on this occasion, this deck just absolutely leaped out, and I just thought, I need to work with this deck. So yeah, this is the actual booklet then, guys. And then what I'm going to do is show you through the cards individually. So I'm going to do that now. So the first card then, we have this one here, and it's align your universe, navigate distractions. Okay, so that's the first one there. So I hope you can see that on the camera. And again, it's just the energy and the power that portrays from this artwork coming through on the digital aspect. So that's number 1. Then we've got number 2 is Ascended Masters, create open communication. Okay, and again, beautiful artwork there, just with all the lines here surrounding, and the roots coming out of here from the mindset, the third eye. It's absolutely beautiful artwork there, guys. Then we go on to number 3, which is astral travel, caution needed. Okay, again, a beautiful picture. 4, we have Awakened Spirit, Desire to Change. Again, it's like any oracle cards though. There is obviously the book you can follow and the meanings in there, but I think it's like any oracle decks, guys. When you work with them, you get to bring your own sort of feelings and interpretations yourself with them. This is Between Worlds, New Directions. That's such a bright, pop of yellow there coming out of that card. And then we have number 6, Birth of Creation, Potential Growth. Again, a beautiful card. The quality of these cards as well, the card stock is quite, flexible, so it is good for, shuffling, etc. And having the glossy finish, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Okay. Then we have Celestial Gatekeeper, Timing is Critical. And I just think the colours in that card, on that eagle there, is absolutely gorgeous. And it's amazing when you look at the actual illustrator's webpage, like it shows you, the way he works with the digital art. And it's amazing to watch how the things come to life and how they add things, with an actual pen on the digital, the iPads or pads, whatever they use to work with. That's Channel Your Knowledge, Critical Judgment, number 8 there. But yeah, it's amazing, to think these cards have been done digitally. Clear and Activate, Create Sacred Space, number 9. That's absolutely beautiful there. So that's number 9. Then we have number 10, Cosmic Ancestors, Voice Your Concerns. Again, another stunning card here. It's like he's looking, to get answers from a different dimension there. To me, that does. Like I say, when people work with these cards individually on their own, they'll get their own interpretations from them. Number 11, Dark Night of the Soul, Life Brings New Meaning. There's quite a lot of depth in these cards, and if anybody has never heard of encaustic art, it's a process where you use sort of, you can use like wax crayons. It's like special waxes that they use, and they melt on the back of an iron, and they use like about 3 colours, and you put the hot iron over the card, and it pulls out these amazing images like swirls, and it's just like another like dimensional world on a postcard. And then when you look into it, you see all these different things, and you can actually read from them. And I'm hoping eventually I might be able to try, if I can, to do some of these encaustic arts for each star sign. I'll do them obviously before I read off them, and then I'll do a reading off the encaustic art. But if you've never heard of it, I will drop a link underneath. It's absolutely a fabulous sort of medium to like tap in psychically as well. It's its own art form on its own. People frame the pictures and everything else, but I've worked with them on a scrying. Like I say, you actually look in, you get lost into the actual picture. So I will put a link below of, just random links, a random link that I find off YouTube, just to show you that. But it's just the art, the visual art, just amazing, really. But this is number 12, Divine Will, Let Go of Fear. Absolutely, you just feel the power from that card, from there. It's just, like I say, until you hold these cards, guys, and feel them for yourself, and I'll say, you just get lost, absolutely lost in the artwork. We've got number 13, Emotional Challenges, Resolve the Issue. Again, there, that's another beautiful card. And then we've got number 14, Energy Signature. The past is in the present. Absolutely gorgeous. The time and effort, in the booklet itself, it says, you can produce these images in in such short spaces of time, but when you look at it, you just think, oh, you know, absolutely beautiful. 15, eternal union, new love is forming. Okay. Number 16, we have expansion, educate your mind and senses. And that's just like, you know, the womb of the world, really, when I look at that picture, you know, and it's just absolute power there, like, you know, from stopping the walls of the world coming back on that person. Absolutely fabulous artwork. Then we've got 17, Galactic healer, move forward with an open mind. Absolutely brilliant. Colours and everything, you know, you just get lost in these. And then we've got number 18, ground your light, let your soul shine. And I just love all this here, you know, it's like the Kundalini, isn't it? You know, all the electric going through and all just feeding every chakra in your body. And like here, there's like just a faint image of sort of water. You know, like I say, you just pick up so much when you look at these cards. And then we have number 19, guardian, guard your energy. And that's with the wolf, and there's another wolf here in the background. Like I say, there's so much you can just get lost in these. And the vibrancy of the colours, and they're like meditation. They're like meditation oracle cards by just viewing them, guys, I tell you. Then you've got 20, hidden realms, create conscious awareness on this one. So much going on there when you're looking, you know, there's a skull here. There's like a man with a half of a face of a lion here. You know, there's just so much hidden in the artwork. And I always think, it's like, isn't it, any artist, there's always a little piece of them in the card somewhere. You know, their energy goes into these cards. 22, Kundalini rising, ignite your passion for life. That's absolutely gorgeous. You know, the energy here, it's just coming out of that card. And then we have number 21. Alright, so that's number 21, guys, and that follows that one. It's got mixed up there. So that's 21, illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. Okay, and if you look here, there's like a panther here, and then there's an eagle here. You know, you just get lost, as I say, you look in and you find all these little different things hidden, and like there's eyes, these are like little eyes looking at you. Yes, that's 21. And then obviously the Kundalini rising one follows. Ignite your passion for life, 22. And then we have 23, lead the way, light your own path. And obviously they've used that for the main cover of the box. Absolutely stunning card. Light your own path, beautiful. Bit like Northern Lights effect, that is, with all the energy that's coming from that stag. So that's number 23. Number 24, light codes, travel awaits you. And this to me looked like, it reminded me of a circuit board here, you know. So yeah, that's number 24. Number 25, living light energy, see the beauty in life. And that was absolutely beautiful. And here on this card to me, there was like stone little pillars, okay, like stepping stones. But to me it was like obstacles, you know, like obstacles that get in our everyday life that we have to overcome, you know, but we always get, you know, keep the focus and see the beauty in life, even though we do have challenges in our way day to day. It's absolutely beautiful. Then we've got card number 26, and that's Love and Light, act with care. With the beautiful purples and pinks and a little bit of green in that one as well. And the intricate lacing here for the third eye. That's a pretty card. Then we've got number 27, and that's meditation. Improvements require persistence. And again, so much going on, guys, in this card, you know. It's sort of like, have to like look into it. It's like scrolling into these cards. So that's number 27. Then we have number 28, mindful wisdom, create inner harmony. Absolutely gorgeous with the owl. Just, you know, with the vibrancy here of the energy coming off his head, and yeah, that's a stunning card. They're all stunning, guys, honestly, you know. 29, open intuition, seek clarification. And again here with the eyes around his collarbone, the eye here and in his hands. And then we have number 30, Sacred Divinity. There are two paths ahead. And when I picked up this card, guys, this is why it's important to have a look at this illustrator's webpage, because the way these cards have been obviously cropped by ROCKPOOL, who've created them. I looked at this and I was looking at the meaning in the booklet, and it said about the masculine and feminine elements. And what I'll do is, if you have a look at that card, okay, here. Actually, no, it'll be the same in the book because it obviously just shows the same picture. But if you go to the Louis Dyer's webpage, there's a piece of this card that was quite key that I've sort of cropped off, because down here there was the head of a male further down here, which then would have, you know, made the card clearer that it was to do with the masculine and feminine energies. So when I actually looked at the illustrator's web page and actually saw the full image of this card, I thought, oh gosh, yeah, then I get that now, you know, being as they wrote it in the book as masculine and feminine. So I just thought that was a bit of a key feature there that was missed out, but obviously that wasn't on his part. That was obviously on the production of ROCKPOOL, who produced the cards for them. But still a stunning card, and you know, with there are two paths ahead, you can get your own interpretation on that in a reading. So yeah. And then we've got 31, Secret Temptation, being led astray. Okay, so that's a sort of like just another card that you can get lost in, with all the hidden, like the eyes again in the background, and it's just like it's like melting with guilt to me, that picture. Just, you know, the secret temptation, it's like the guilty temptation. So then we have number 32, shield your energy, look beneath the surface. And here we have the beautiful frog. It's quite a lot of the frog does come up in a lot of decks, to be fair, but this is gorgeous here with the emanating of the colours. So that's number 32. Then we have number 33, and that's soul fragments. Balance will be restored. Again, another stunning card with the artwork. And then we've got 34, spirit messages. Observe limitations. So yeah, another beautiful illustration there. 34. Then we've got 35, and this is spiritual evolution. Set your heart free. And this is another one of those cards, guys. I think there was only 2 in this Oracle deck where they'd obviously cropped the full potential of the picture, because down here this was like a white carpet. It looked like fur, to be fair, on the actual picture, but then there was like these vivid, lovely red and white toadstools here. You can just faintly see them, but on the full picture on his web page, you know, you can actually see the full illustration of the photo. Like I say, on the cropping on these by ROCKPOOL, they have sort of lost some key elements on a couple of these cards, which obviously doesn't detract from using them, and it doesn't detract from the actual beauty of the deck itself. So that's number 35. And then the last one, we've got Third Eye Vision, Reclaim Your Mind. Again, that's just, you know, just like a vortex there, you know, you can just get yourself lost in there. But yeah, they shuffle really well because of being glossy, and that's the back, as I was saying. They're all this beautiful tree, but they do obviously fan out lovely, and you can shuffle them, you know, relatively well. And what I'll probably be doing with these, I'll probably be using them as a pull at the end of my readings, like I do with the Terry Foss cards. But yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous to work with. Like I say, I've only just recently had them, but I just thought I was absolutely in awe of the artwork on them, and just the history really, because obviously, like I say, I'm from the UK, and when I went on to Louis Dyer's YouTube page, he does some he's actually done some vlogs about, you know, how he's gone along the process with his artwork, and he's just an endearing soul, you know, for a 24-year-old lad who's had issues and addictions, and, you know, had troubles and tribulations in his own young life, and then to harness this gift, and it's, you know, we all have gifts in that we come into this world with, and to harness his gift in this way, I just, you know, I'm just in awe to where he's come from to where he is, and obviously on his own spiritual journey, and he's got free you know, information about how to get into digital art yourselves. And so yeah, this was why I really wanted to do a guided tour with this deck, because there is like guided tours on the deck, or, you know, on other people out there, but they didn't sort of concentrate or give the credibility to the people who've put this together, again with Anna's start, because the wording, guys, on some of these, you know, some of the illustrations on these cards, the way she words things are absolutely fabulous. So yeah, it's definitely it was definitely on I want my wanted list because of how it's been put together. So yeah, what I'll do is I will put the links underneath, and any of my subscribers, you know, even if you're not into digital art, it's just to show some appreciation from my point of view, that if you could go along and just subscribe on his channel, just to get the guy over the 1,000. Like I say, I'm in no way, shape or form attached, and they've got no idea that I'm doing this talk through on this deck, but I just felt so passionate about the guy's story and everything, and what in the journey that he's taken in such a young age, that I just felt compelled to do this talk through today. So yeah, my lovelies, I'll look forward to incorporating some of these lovely cards then in the readings that I do. So yeah, until next time, I look forward to reading to you with these in the future. Take care then. Bye.